New BMW i4 M50 is a super cool car. It's got 536 horsepower. Let's get into it. Nikolai, and I like to film cool cars.
So it kind of looks like a Hot Wheel.
If you're new here, consider subscribing because we're going to learn a whole lot about cars and see some really cool stuff.
What do you mean it's electric?
Let's get into it. Oh wait, picture. So the i4, this thing looks really good. Now, what I love about BMW and what they're doing with their electric cars is, like, unlike other EV manufacturers that are trying to make their EVs look like there's some futuristic spaceship, BMW is just taking it down to the traditional core and just having a car that looks good, but also happens to be electric. So let's start off with the front. As you can see, this looks a lot like your typical 4 Series. That's the actual gasoline powered one. So right here, we actually have the same style grille. I really do like the bigger grille that's becoming a little bit taller. The grille is finished in this nice cerium gray, which unlike, chrome or black, this is kind of in between. It's also got a matte finish too. Also, the front bumper just acts almost like an air dam, right? You've got all these aggressive lines here. It's very nice, very subtle, but I also think it just does a really good job of making the car look a little bit more aggressive. And then also you do have your BMW LED headlights redesigned with the 4 Series. Just a really nice looking sporty front end, but it's just not too much. I think that's what's really good about these cars is that they're not trying to be something else. They're trying to be a good car, and that's really what they are. Moving along to the side of the car, you've got your wheels, and then also I love the diamond cut finish on these wheels. It looks very phenomenal. And then also the brakes, they just happen to match the color of the car. BMW does offer a few different colors for your brake calipers, but these just look really good. I like the blue on blue. BMW really has a good selection of colors. And then moving on to the side of the car, so this is the sedan, so you've got 4 doors, and you also have that same gray on the wing mirrors. And I love the silhouette of this car. It's like a good daily driver that you can have as a compact car, but also can fit everyone that you need. And then the hatchback shape moving on into the rear looks very good. And to point out, Hofmeister kink looks super cool on this car. And then moving on to the rear, I do like the taillights that they're doing on the new BMWs. They just give a nice sporty appearance, but also very futuristic, but also at the same time very clean and subtle. And with this being the electric model, you've got a lot of gloss black here. Obviously, you don't see any exhaust tips here. But you do still have some of that gray contrasting with the gloss black and then also the blue. I love all the colors that they've got going on, and you also have your reflectors there. It's just a really good looking rear end. You've got some really nice body lines here. I love the way the trunk just kind of cuts in. And you also have some blue right there to signify that it's electric. With these BMWs, if you see a little bit of blue there, that means it's got some electric in it. But overall, it's a very good looking car. But let's go and check out the interior. Right, so for the interior of the i4, I love that what BMW does, is I keep saying it over and over again, they're making this electric car. Essentially, it's a traditional car that just so happens to be fully electric, and which I think is a very good thing because maybe it's just because we're in such an early stage of electric cars, but it seems like all these cars or other manufacturers that are making these electric cars are trying to make it something that it's not. They're trying to make it just so extra, and it just kind of goes over the top. And I think with over time, we're going to see these cars not age too well, and they're going to tend to look old over time. But I think when you just go for the traditional look, it's going to age very well. You've got your redesigned interior, so you've got your nice display here. I think it looks nice having that type of display versus some other cars where it might just be in the center only. You actually get what you need right in front of you, and then also the other things you need to the right of you. It is fairly driver focused, and you've got your blue accents in here, like on the start stop, right over the BMW logo, and then on the shifter here also to signify that it is the electric model. And then you also have the cognac interior. It looks very nice. I'm a huge fan of this leather color. And also you've got the same trim here, on like the dashboard, a little M logo on the wheel, and it does feel very nice. And of course, we don't have any paddle shifters because it is an electric car, but overall it's a comfortable interior, and I could definitely get used to sitting in this all day long because I think it's a good daily driver, and this car just serves its purpose. This car's pretty quick. It's got a 3.3 second 0 to 60. I mean, what more could you want out of a car? It's really nice. That was a quick look at the i4 M50. I really enjoyed the car, and special thank you to Dakota from Athens BMW for making the review possible. But other than that, if you did enjoy the video and do want to see many more just like it, please do make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.